Guys, it was a great time having you. So we have some programs here set up. Can be modified as we go along because we're a family. And we're going to start by setting the tone. What we're going to do is, I think we should start with a song. Sister Valerie. We're going to start with a child. She has a song that she's going to sing to set the tone. So that everybody can start thinking about what they need to say and what they're going to say as the night progresses. Amen? Amen. And don't be afraid to say amen or clap. This is not the church we're going to sit up. Yeah. It's an happy occasion. Yeah. Happy. Clap. Say hi. And let us have a wonderful time. Tell that. All right. Okay, while she is trying to get the technical side up to date, okay, so while they're working on that, we'll just go into some talk as to how you guys view Uncle Melanie and Auntie Sue, the first elder and his wife, while they were here. And Pastor, how you doing? You doing okay?
Vertical and mobile.
Vertical and mobile. He's the senior official here, sir. In statute, I won't even bother saying age, I might get myself in trouble. We're going to have Pastor Boris come up. Now let us know how he feels about the elder and his wife since he has met them and the relationship he has formed with Elder Simmons and Sister Simmons. All right, this is the Sister Elder talking about strong. Yes. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
I say good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, brighten up the evening and let it be a joyful occasion.
Yes.
I should be the last person to say anything.
Yes.
Because I think among us here, I am the latest to become acquainted with brother and with Elder and Sister Simmons. Little quick story. I was born in the parish of St. Mary, which falls in the, at that time, in the Central Jamaica Conference.
Yeah.
I attended college in Manchester, but for some reason or other, I never worked in Central. So I don't know the people of Central very much. I have the exposure to some one or two laymen that became my friends, and so I do not know anything of where brother and sister Simmons comes from, I drive through their area. I don't know anything about them. Anything I know is what I've experienced here. But I must also tell you that I was privileged to grow up with some stalwart elders in my own home church. And in ministry, I have encountered, and I could call names, it wouldn't make sense here, of some stalwart men that when it comes to conference programs and conference projections and the spread of the gospel, they were dynamic. And out of those two experiences put together, I think I'm blessed with the ability to be able to identify quality leadership in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And with that background, I want you to know that since I became acquainted with Elder and Sister Simmons, I see quality leadership. I see experience.
Yes.
I see love of God.
Yes.
I see love of church.
Yes.
I see sacrifice. I see love of people. And not many times I hear Elder Simmons preach, but the times that I do, I benefited, I hear quality preaching.
Yes.
And so when Elder Simmons said, Pastor, we're planning to go back home, I said, home where? Because as far as I'm concerned, here in the United States is home for them.
Yes.
And I had some serious talk with him because I know some of the experiences that people have had back home, having returned from Canada or England or the United States. And I tell you, the brother defended his case. And he was very precise in his assessment. And when he shared with me the community in which he lives and the type of relationship that he has, I just have to agree with him that he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
I'm still not sure if I agree. I'm not too sure. Don't let him know that I tell you that. But I'm not too sure that I agree. But you know, he says he's a big man in both stature and accomplishment. And so I think you remember what Jesus said to the people when the man said that, you know, he couldn't tell who healed him, and they come to the parents and say, who did? And the parents say, he's of age. Ask him. Well, he's of age. I won't tell him. And so I'm glad to be a part of this function this evening to give God thanks for quality leadership, for a couple that have committed themselves to the service of God, to the spread of the gospel, who are serious about salvation and the growth of the church. And what I see is happening here, and coincidentally I took a text in my sermon today from the book of Joshua. I think what has happened here is what happened with Moses and Joshua. That Uncle Sammy, and I get history this evening. 2007 is a long time to, you know, to be worshiping at the same place, considering how things go in this country. And so he has done his portion of service. He feels convinced that he's needed all else place, that he has contributed significantly, and there's no question about his contribution. And so he's moving off the stage of action. But God has not left Fort Lauderdale without a witness.
Amen.
And already I'm feeling the impact of the intention and desire of Elder Brooks, who, like Joshua, has stepped in to carry on the work of God.
Amen.
And so you tell Norman Simmons, you just tell Norman Simmons that we are allowing him to take a vacation.
Amen.
I said we are allowing him to take a
Vacation. Amen.
But when you go on vacation, hear not how it is enjoyable.
Yes.
Here comes the time when you want to come back home.
Yes.
All right.
Amen.
Don't tell him. But we know that this is just an expression of appreciation for the years of service that he has rendered to this congregation. And I am confident that God is going to continue to use this couple for the furtherance of his work.
Amen.
When God called Philip to go down to down south Israel, it was a testing call, you know, because I don't know if you know the history. At the very time, Philip was in a very big evangelistic crusade where people were coming to hear the gospel, and Philip was preaching, and God said, come, I have a little job for you down here. And he went down there, and this one man, he left a crowd, and God pointed him to one man. But that one man was such a value to the spread of the gospel in Ethiopia that it was worth 1,000 up in Samaria. So whatever the Lord has in store for you, Uncle Simi and Tisu, it's hard for me to call those names that way. I know brother and sister Simmons, elder and sister Simmons. And so my blessings go with you. My best wishes go with you.
Yes.
My expectations go with you.
Yes.
And my prayers will continue to be with you. North Lauderdale is your American home.
Yes.
And nobody can tell you when to come home. So anytime you feel like it, just come home. And I know that we will be more than happy to welcome you here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to the Doctor and Sister Faith.
Yes. Thank you, Pastor. I know as we talk about Elder Simmons today, I know you have big shoes. And big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill. But I've learned one thing is that if we can't find a man with a big foot, it can be 3 men to go into 1 foot. But no matter what, the shoes will be filled. The shoes will be filled. And
well, if you don't know, get him out. If your shoes is too big for your foot, you stuff it and yeah. So somebody might have to stuff their shoes.
there you go. Before the night is over, we're going to figure out how to fill those shoes.
All right.
Definitely before the night is over. Mr. Sarah is getting ready to sing, but what we're going to do also in the meantime is that I know that we've been here for a while, so we're going to start sharing some tokens for the summer. And but what we're going to do is we're going to bless whatever is over there, so that we can start sharing it, so that You don't just sit down and looking hungry while we're talking. You know, I don't want to be talking up here while your belly's talking down there. So therefore, we're going to bless the food and then we are going to start sharing in Mr. Garley will come. Brother Mark, let us come and bless the food for us so that we can eat it.
Okay.
I don't know if some of you remember this prayer from primary school. Ready? For health and strength and daily food, be prayed on me, oh Lord. Amen.
Amen. So you all know when you're hungry and you want that grace, you know who to call. All right. So while you're looking after that, now Sister Zara Lee will come and set the tone with a special music. Are you gonna
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, strong keeper, light in the darkness. That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Take away all tears, you mend the broken heart. You're the answer to it all. Jesus, you wipe away all tears, you mend the broken heart. You're the answer to it all, to it all. Jesus, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every life. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you. I worship you.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. You are here. God is still here. God is still here. And even in our celebration, God is still here. Even in a farewell, God is still here. And so no matter what we do, no matter what we're doing, God is still here. To continue our talk and appreciation and looking and I know that some are eating, but according to the program, some of us are going to have to cut the food and do their talk. And according to my paper here, on my list is Elder and Sister Brooks.
Oh, what?
Elder and Sister Brooks. And I know Pastor was talking about filling shoes a while ago, and I was waiting, and I'm looking at the call, and I was looking at Elder Simmons' shoes, and waiting to see Elder Brooks come up. And I want to see the shoes. I want to see him put on the shoes. So I can understand how they fit. Elder Brooks and Sister Brooks.
We're not doing it together.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys want to do together. Okay, that's all right there. All right, we're going to talk. All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
The privilege is mine tonight. Think about my good friend, Simmons, and my cousin from Africa. Sister Simmons. Well, let me start with Sister Simmons first. Ladies before gentlemen, right? Sister Simmons is from Kenya, and I'm from Ghana. What? We are cousins in the African family. You see how she dressed? The first time I came to North Lauderdale Church, it was at Kimberley Avenue, maybe the same area that Elder Medford was. It was Pastor Walker, who was the pastor here. And one of my favorites is to do missionary work. And I heard that they want to do missionary work down there. So I visited Pastor Walker. And I was there for a couple of weeks. And I met Elder Simmons. I didn't know who he was. When I said, you want to answer my brother named Jackie from Lauderdale SDA, and he said, yeah, man. And from that, we clicked. Right? However, I spent a few weeks there, and I went back to my regular church because they need me up there. And I asked about them again, and I heard they were like Miss Molly. You know, when they were at Molly, I met them once again, just to keep in touch. And then I heard her up the road again. And I was looking for Sister Black this time. When I came there was no Sister Black. But I remember Sister Prendiga. And I spoke to Sister Prendiga, and Sister Black wasn't there. However, I decided to spend the day there. And just when it comes to divine worship, the elder Simmons came over and said, come. And then, the following week I came again, he said, come. So that's when now. Following week again, he said, come. And I remember, I said, you know what? I know I'm not going. I want Brother Hines to follow also. And I said, you Brother Hines, I don't ever remember that. And you Brother Hines. No, but I think the second week, he said, I want you to preach for me. I think the same time he had a cold. And Elder Beckford went to Jamaica. So I preached, and I said, you know, let's go to church. I like the church, just stay on. And even Elder asked me to stay on. And I like it. And I have no regrets. But back to Elder, he and I developed a good relationship. Because during the days that we call each other, and we're always talking godly things. And how to improve the church. I remember Elder Simmons said to me one Tuesday night, would you like to do prayer with us? No problem. And then he said, you want to do it again? Just like what I'm doing to you now, Sister P. You know, so when it comes back, every 3 weeks, every 3 weeks. He was doing the same thing to me. Right. You know? So we developed that relationship, and I'm very happy that we have that relationship. Yeah. And so it seems to me that Sister Simmons jealous. So it's between Sister Simmons and I. And Sister Simmons made good hominy. Everybody know that? Yeah. You know that my favorite. So she always looking after me.
Good baking. Good baking.
And good baking. But I remember one salad, I said, you know, I don't want no regular blood. Can you make some hominy? Boy, the blood up for that. That I have to share it. But that's my love. And I'm just happy to be around them. They're nice people. We get along quite well. And I know I'm going to miss them. And I think they're going to miss me too. Because are you going to miss them? Yeah, we're going to miss them. You know? And, but let me tell you something about Simmons that Brother Beckford don't know. They know that Elder Simmons can drive a 26-inch truck. They didn't know that. They didn't know that he can drive. Yeah, man, we are together. And he helped me out a lot. Yeah. You know, because I need a plumber one day, and he was the first person. And he did a good job. And I have a lot more to say, but because of time, I'm just going to stop here. But Elder Simmons, we know that you're going, but I still believe firmly that you'll be back with us. You're going to miss us so much that you'll be back. And we are willing, with open arms, to accept you back. You're right here. Amen?
Amen. Amen. I like that. I like how Elder Brooks bringing that prodigal son back in. I'm still bringing that prodigal son in. I know you decide to take your portion and go. But not that we are so loving that we have an open arm, brother. So we're very ready to come back. Our arms are wide open to receive you back. But yet, Elder Simmons is a jack of all trades, you know. If you want that plumber, you call it. You want that carpenter, you call it. And if you want that driver, you call it. So whatever you need, you call it. But if you anti-soul, there's one thing about anti-soul. You cannot be hungry around her. I'm telling you that. If you say you go look for anti-soul and you leave her house and say you're hungry, I call you a liar. That never happens. When they go to anti-soul house, it is either an orange or an apple or a banana in my pocket, leaving me and not being in our house, empty-handed or hungry. And there was a time when I had no wife to cook. And I worked long hours. There were some Sundays when I first came here, I worked very, very long hours. And I'm like, man, I'm so hungry. So I just have to make the mistake and stop to say hi while I want to go home. And when I stop to say hi by there, I'm telling you, I get in dinner, I get breakfast the next morning, and I have lunch for the following day.
Yes.
And so on the weekend, I make a mistake. I keep making that mistake a little often, but when I leave there, I'm filled with that. I'm filled up. So you never leave her house empty. And that is one of the good things about her. I appreciate that about her. But she kept me fueled when I first came here, and I always have something in my pocket. Because there's always a banana and an orange or a piece. I just do. They love that about you. I love that about you, man. Trust me, I love that about you. And as we go, we're gonna have to cut the top on for short as we move along. Right? And we're gonna just give the best part of what autonomy and anti-food meant to you. And we checked Elder Brooks' shoes a while ago. I was trying to figure out the shoe size. But we have some more shoes to check out here. Where is Elder Eyes? We need to check out his shoe size. So, we're going to have Elder Eyes and Sister Eyes that don't want to speak together, come together one after the other. But the floor is now open to Elder Eyes and Sister Eyes to make their talk about Elder and Sister Simmons. Come on, Elder. All right. Yes. Yes.
Now, brothers and sisters,
Good night.
I have to say that they are my parents. They have become my parents. Elder Simmons, he is a person who, I can run my close with Elder Simmons, and feel okay. When I leave the talks, I go to Elder Simmons. And you get that assurance. There are things he told me I didn't worry about. She is like a mother. I mean, everybody knows Sister Simmons don't let anybody know. And even this evening I was saying to Sister Trish, she brought Elder Simmons and Shield and a padlock. So that it can put Sister Simmons not here and she and her daughter. She's always on the move, making sure that we are fed. Yesterday she called me and I said, Sister Simmons, why are you not alone? No. But I'm truly going on. Every time I see them, I tell her. But the good thing is that I'm glad that I'm a Jamaican. So when they are in Jamaica, I can always take a trip. I will go visit them on campus. And I know that there will be space there for me. So, we'll take a look when I come to Jamaica and drive them down here. Alright? And I'm really but there's just a telephone call away. Right? God bless you. And continue to be a wonderful person. Thank you.
As you all know that whenever I'm speaking, I like undivided attention. I don't know why, but that's just me. Whenever I'm speaking, I like to get undivided attention. That means when I say something, you know, it is heard by everyone. So, we're here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we're here this evening to honor brother and sister, or elder and sister Simmons. So, I don't know what I am going to say now, because basically, Pastor said a part of what I was going to say. Elder Beckford said another part. Elder Brooks says a part. Sister Hines says a part. But as for me, I remember the first time I came to North Lauderdale. And I remember the first time I met brother and sister Simmons. You know, sometimes you say to yourself, in Jamaica, and say, oh, them people are nice, man. You know, they were just too nice. I remember, especially Sister Simmons. I remember she was giving me some food. And I was wondering if Sister Simmons think that I don't have a slim stature if I haven't eaten for some time. Because she just keep giving me food. You remember Sister Simmons? But that when I'm saying that, I can't say that for me alone, because almost everybody does the same thing. To make sure that we are filled. And that's very good. Elder Simmons now, I get to understand that he's a man of all trades. Just of all trades, many talents. Whatever there is to do around the house, I know Elder Simmons can approach that task. Because I've seen things that he has done. And by listening to conversation, I know that he's a crafty man. So, Elder Simmons, I just wanted to know that you're gonna, and Sister Simmons, you're gonna be missed. Because Sister Hines and I talk about it all the time. You are gonna be missed. But please remember that, you know, the job doesn't stop here. And I know, you know, Jamaica is a very nice place. No matter the circumstances. We know that things happen all over the world because people is just people. There is good and bad in everyone, everywhere you go. But I am going to tell you that I wish you all the best in your stay. You need to stay back home. Because, as it is said before, and I'm going to say it again, when you vacation now, you look into that door.
All right. Give him a hand. Give him a hand.
All right. Here, now, I'm hearing good stuff, you know what? There's no bad stuff. Nobody wants to spill the beans. Huh? Nobody wants to say the bad things, right? All the good things? That's what I'm saying, Torian. That's what I'm saying. There have to be those bad things. Come, Torian. Come tell me some of the bad things. Come on, Torian. Come, Torian. Talk something. Tell me something, man. 60 seconds.
Best man of my husband.
All right.
All right. Brother Isaac, Brother Simmons. Listen, Brother Bruce, you're working your way up. Brother Simmons, oh my God. You know, matter if my son, you know, matter if I have a bad day, in all ways, let me laugh. And Sister Simmons like my grandmother. Always I look out to me. Brother Simmons, what do you call him? And he said, oh, it was still a work. Always there for me, no matter what. We can call them any hours and any day. They help me out a lot. I'm actually, maybe me not say a lot, but I actually love them and I appreciate every single thing that we do. Once I have grandparents up here and oh no, look out for me and do things for me. I actually do things to it and I appreciate them. And I tell mommy what he say, maybe she would do and let Brother Simmons. I about him a lot. Your son come here, Nick, and he say, you know, say, mommy and daddy love you. I'm saying, they're not a choice. But they're going to soon. And if you put in care, then they care of what they're going to soon. Yes, story. That's right.
You see, and the good things about me, you know, and she's like, sorry, I want you to steal some beans, but you want to steal good beans. But when I was a little boy growing up, you know, he was a little bit of uncle, and we used to play football together and go like my skill ball and do. I always give the ball. And every time I remember this man tried. Did he score the goal? But I can't even remember his goal. You know, but I think he might score 1 and 2. But he always wanted the ball because he thought he was skillful. You know? But dribble. Ah, you got it. Dribble. But I ain't feeling no more bad things about in my head. That was like long time ago. Long time ago. But he said straight in foot. He said the foot big as that. Football do it. As we move along quickly, we're going to have Sister Kenny. Sister Kenny has a song that she wants to dedicate to Ella Simmons and Sister Simmons. And we know that we have to take the little children as well. Alright, I've been ordered to do something here, but first of all, if you can go just 2 by 2 with some space between you, you can go to the table and say what you want and they'll give it to you. But I don't want a big crowd, 2 at a time or 3 at a time. And when the first person leaves, another person go up, alright? Alright, beautiful. Now, Sister Kenny said that she wants to do what she does best before she sings. And she said she's a gymnast.
Okay.
So she's going to do a performance.
Okay, great.
She's going to do a gymnastic. Right? So, go to Sister Kenny. Now, there you go, Pastor. And there you go.
I'll give her 10.
All right.
Yeah, Miss Gibb.
Amen. Thank you, Sister Sammy. All right. Okay, you guys can start going to the table. Don't by Sister Fanny, guys, go by the table 3 by 3 and be served. All right. Brother Carlos. Brother Carlos has something that he's burning to say, and I'm waiting for the back. Here comes Brother Carlos. All right. Yes.
Everybody in this room knows me.
Yes.
They happen to know where I sit down at the service.
Yes.
I have prepared a talk especially for the Simmons family. And I really appreciate the fact that you will give me, like Brother Hines said, your undivided attention. Brother Simmons has approached me today at the end of the service in order to give me an invitation to be here tonight at this send-off that was specially scheduled for him and his wife. I wholeheartedly accepted that invitation because I did not want that this special opportunity pass me by without saying anything whatsoever about the love and kindness I have personally received from this family. I'm very delightful and honored to have known the Simmons family as my neighbor for several years. When I happened to be aware for them leaving the church, I personally felt I was being thrown under the bus. In this line of thought, there is a verse that comes to my mind in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1, which says this: for everything there is an appointed time, a time to laugh, a time to weep, and a time to give up. I was very reluctant to accept the reality of that verse, but unfortunately, there's absolutely nothing I can do. One thing that I know for sure, that I was very sad when I heard the news of their departure. I was convinced that this sadness I feel is especially shared by most of the brothers and sisters who have been serving in their company for quite a few years. I also felt that those brothers and sisters will miss them terribly. And be also dwelling on their departure for days and months to come. There's also a verse in the Bible that says, if you have all the faith to transport to a mountain, if you do not have love, you are nothing. Brothers and sisters, Simmons have made that verse the vocal point of the life. I'm here to testify tonight that they have turned the Spirit of God into their living action by the way they have dealt with me personally. They have exemplified what love is all about. I have been the recipient of their divine quality, brothers and sisters. Now, yes, you did exemplify what love and devotion is all about. This is something that deserves to be commended. This is something that deserves to be appreciated. Whatever your plan on doing during the long journey in Jamaica, may God continue to bless you, to give you the joy and total happiness in all your endeavors. Thank you very much.
Amen. 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 That's for the Carlos right there. Yes. I'm taking shoe sizes there. Yes. And Brother Carlos seems to not only have a good shoe size, but he has a great presentation. Yes. And I'm looking at Brother Carlos. Yes. You're gonna get a talking invitation too. Yes. Can you get pretty good already? Amen. All right. I'm glad to have this because I didn't know this was going to Carlos. Brother Carlos is already educator. Yes. And so the shoe is being filled right here, as far as I see. Ella Burkin is coming up. Ella Burkin is coming up here to talk. And so we're going to get him back on the phone. And we're gonna get him back on the phone so that he can talk. And because there is no microphone system, when I ask you to be quiet and as he speaks to you, you have to come from the phone volume, alright? So because it's going to come from the phone volume,
Perfect silence.
yeah, so you got to be listening quietly.
So you don't have a speaker? You don't have a wireless speaker?
Okay. You think, okay, go ahead. Yeah, all right. Good night. You need to start over here. Good evening. Okay. All right, we're gonna pause a little bit trying to get the speaker for getting the work. It's hard to hear. All right, so Sister Candy is getting one. So while she is getting one, the Sister Clary, please come. And you only have 1 minute and a half. That's 30 seconds. That's 60 seconds.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Where was
I think I met you guys about long time, right? Short, I think shortly after you came, thereabouts. And you have adopted me. And my kids. And then I did not have, never had benefits yet. And I think I only had baby. And you have adopted me. And then you was always making sure I was open and paranoid. So because of that, I'm creating a bond with you guys. And Sister Simmons, even if you don't see me, you're always asking them a children. And that was very good. I really appreciated that. Because there was a time when I was going through stuff. And though I did not tell anyone, somehow you sensed it and you told me to it. I don't know how you did it, but somehow. And Ella, I just like the way how you have accepted me as my family, and no matter what you went through, you never had a bad word to say. If you did it, I don't know. But thank God I did not hear anything because I love you guys so much. I just have this point that I would like to the time has come to say goodbye. We don't know if all happening why. From the bottom of our heart, separation is but solution is such. We have to die to our faith. To us, you have been matchless and unique. If possible, again, you're coming to Jesus. The sound will rise, the moon will come. Yet, they will fail to give us relief sound. Difficult will be life without you. Pain and suffering and the separation will bring. The time that we spent, we can't forget. It took yesterday only we had met. It looks like yesterday only we had met. We wish you that you grow very tall. May you get that you desire all. May your dreams turn into real. To all of us, you remain ideal. Far, far away, ever you live. Stay filled with joy, blessings, we give. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. All right, so we have Sister. Okay, we're gonna get back Elder Berto, and tell Sister Prendergast to secure herself. Sister Prendergast and I think Sister Michelle, and we have a tribute. All right, Sister Prendergast. Where's Sister Prendergast? Sister Prendergast is one of those old soldiers that's been on the way for a long time. So she needs to have a word here. So let's have Sister Prendergast give her a word.
Gonna bring from a folder. One folder. It's so heavy we couldn't carry. Can I have your ears, please? Thank you. Appreciate you. I think these people want to kill me. I think they want to give me an heart attack. And that's the true thing I'd love to say about stuff. You know, I am blessed to have, you know, they call Elder Simmons and Sister Simmons. But I'm blessed to have uncle and auntie who can be a role model in a Christian way. And not because they are my family, I realize that I come from a beautiful, beautiful family. And not in pretense because his mother is my grandmother. So I know I come from a beautiful family and a giving family. A family where the hospitality is always with Sister Susan. One thing I know that even on a Friday night, if you go to her house, she will cook some food. Something is going on give. Sometimes I remember coffee. And when we're all together, we either have ice cream or we're drinking some soup. Or we are at Kimberly and we're always eating a piece of pizza. With you all, I know I'll never go hungry. I'll always have something to eat. And even on a Tuesday night, how many come? Goliath, biscuit, cocoa, water. You look forward for something. Now who gonna give us? Lord will provide. All right, the Lord will provide. And the other thing again is that with my uncle and my auntie, it's like I can't move without living close to them. They are always my neighbor. From up here, 3 times they're my neighbor. My toilet there, for them toilet here. I leave my address here and their address here. And then the funniest thing, they leave me. Whenever we come close, they leave me. And then when they leave me and I have to move again, they say, come close to me. Then I come close to them again and they leave me. But the only funniest thing, they don't go far. They are always close and they still close. Still close. And I know I'm going to miss you all. Very, very much. Love your kindness. Love the person that you put are inside and out. They're really people. And for that, and without my experience, I know it, oh, you're a good to me and my family. And look out for me. You always call me, if you say my food basket, I'm getting it. But you always look out for me because I have 4 children. And you're always praying for my son. And don't stop. Don't stop. Anywhere you go, I'm going to be praying that God goes both of you. And I love it that you're really married people. And you're not called pretend people. And I relate to you because I know you're not called pretend people. You're people who have the spirit of God within you. Keep it that way, and God will always cover you both. And that's the man. Oh, yes. now, I will keep doing what you do, will keep Christ. Yeah, I will keep the Holy Spirit, and I know you both are on the right track. Keep on keeping on until Jesus comes.
Amen. All right, amen. Sister Fred again. All right, Elder Burkett, you're going to have to do it nice and sharp because your phone is not that, we're just going by the phone. Elder? Yes. All right, we're going to go with you now. Let's go by the phone. So keep it nice and sharp because we ain't got no microphone system, all right? All right, man. One thing, you're ready. One thing for sure, Elder Simmons and Sister Simmons can hear you.
Good night,
You put it down there.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Yes.
Amen. Thank you so much, Elder and Sister Rose.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Elder and Sister Burkell. Amen. Amen. All right, could we keep the noise down, please?
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I wasn't supposed to be here tonight. I was in hospital almost all day today. And I couldn't go home and my doctor told me to go on rest. But I could not go home and rest. Showing my face is
Amen.
I love to say that I have been here for a year and almost 2 years, not 2 years, but almost 2 years. And I said it before, my son is the one that brought me into this church.
Amen.
He always asked me, Mama, come to this church, come, you must come back. You will like it. And I was listening to my dog. Anyway, one day I decided to talk. And I must say, I really like what I saw. And like you all know, I love all of it. But tonight is not your thing. It's Elder Simmons and his wife. I want to say I appreciate the way that you adopted my son. You took him up as a mother, as Simmons, a father. And I really, really appreciate that. The rest is what you can read. And he was always there for both of us. And I know I can't say much else. Everybody wants to say everything. They have much to say. But I want to appreciate both of them. I I want to say clearly and may God bless you and keep you. And most of all, I want us to meet in that big day. Oh, yeah. I don't care. I want, I will see you all again. I want to see you all in that same day when Jesus comes. Amen.
Amen. All right, there's a prayer that I want you all to listen attentively. There will be a tribute to Elder and Sister Simmons. There is a card that was made nicely by Sister Beckford here for Elder and Sister Simmons that was signed by everybody so that they can take a piece of you back with them as they travel. So everyone has to put their signature in here and give their kind words in here. And we're going to give this to Elder and Sister Simmons and they can take back with them to Jamaica so that they'll always remember from North Lauderdale, March 13, 2021. The Sister Beckford will read the tribute from the crowd.
It says to Elder Simmons, Uncle Nami, giving to others seems to come so naturally to you. But we know it doesn't happen by accident. You go the extra mile, take the extra time, give the extra thought, and it really makes a difference. Thank you for being such a wonderful example of Christ. Amen. And to Sister Simmons, who is affectionately called by all of us Auntie Sue. It takes a special person to be an elder's wife, for it is not an easy task or a simple way of life. The phone rings often at dinner times. Vacations, they are few. With so many needs in our church, there's always lots to do. When people need a helping hand, on you they can depend, for you always try to do your best to be a faithful friend. So keep this in a special place, so you will always know you are a special gift from God to you appreciate. Amen. I can remember Uncle Nami when I was a little girl. Very little girl. Don't think I was teenage age or yet. When Uncle Nami would come from the country and come to our store. So this is always my Uncle Nami. Don't mind to go. When I came here, I met Auntie Suka. I never used to Auntie Suka coming to our store. But I know Uncle Nami from I was a little girl. So when I came here, it was like a reunion with Uncle Nami. And Auntie Sue is as if it was somebody I knew a long time. It's like you didn't take time to know her. She just took me under her wing. Where were you all this time? But now you are here. And I must say I'm happy to be a part of this family. Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. After all of that, Auntie Sue's got water to flow. All of you are flow. And when Auntie Sue told you to put your water, and she just needs the whole water together. And the whole other floor will be dumping. But at this time, the floor is for the sinner.
Good night, everyone. Night. Can I have your attention, please? Sure. On behalf of my wife and myself, I want to say how grateful we are for your appreciation for what you've been doing for us. It indicates to us that you really missed us. Yes. And we really appreciate it. You know, in 2002, we came here I came 6 weeks before my wife, and then my wife and my son came after. And when I came here, I understand that Margaret was just born. Margaret was just 2 weeks old in Uncle Earl's home. They found Margaret in Uncle Earl's home, and we were going to Margaret Church. And then a year passed by, and Pastor Walker was at Margate Church, and they actually kicked him out because his green card, I don't know if it was green card or his work permit, was expired, and the conference said they couldn't use him any longer. And so we decided to form a group. And we formed a group a year after that in Sister Black's home. The first week was 7 of us. That's where we get the name North Lauderdale. We get the name North Lauderdale right there. And the second week in Sister Black's home, it was about 17 of us. And we said, well, this is a house, we can't invade it like that. And the third week, we were up in the 20s. So we decided to find somewhere to worship. And then we get one day in Kimberley. And in 4 weeks, we are up like 35. And under the leadership of Pastor Walker, we continue. And within 2 months, we had to take on another bay. We knocked the wall out because we were up to about 70 in 2 months.
Amen.
And we realized that we were growing bigger. And we went up into the 80s. We had to take another big bay.
Yeah.
Yes. We take a 4 bay now. And that's where we were. Set up our own little kitchen and things like that. And we have lunch. We have sometimes 12 o'clock we just leave it. Every Saturday night after church we would get out there, we play domino, we chit chat, and Sister Simmons and the rest of them would steam cabbage and fried dumplings.
Right now.
And we always have a good time.
Yes.
But the city came in on us up there, and they said it's only 15% of the complex can be church, and the bigger churches would move. They concrete themselves down, so we have to move, get rid of all our stuff, and we went over to Aunt Molly's. Oh, we're trying to get there. But when we get over to Aunt Molly's, we're still doing good. Pastor Walker was gone. We have Pastor Bishop.
Yeah.
And then, while we were there, we started to have problems with mold in the ceiling. People were getting sick and things like that. We didn't have any facilities for lunch. And we heard about this place. And we went in and we talked with the pastor. And we got this place. And we are here, how many years? 11 years now.
Yes. Yes.
We are here 11 years now. We are here. And I just want to say, to God be the glory, great things we have done. You know, and we had a lot of different pastors come by, we have a lot of different elders come and go, elders died, but we still remain here. And as Elder Beckford said, I am the only elder from that day up there until now. Some has left, some has passed and gone and things like those, but we used to have Elder Martinez who visit here the other day, that Paul brought by that was here 2 weeks ago. Last week. Yeah, he was there last week. Yeah. Yes. He was one of the elders and been through some great struggles. But God was always there for us. And sometimes when we can't find the renter, we would say to Elder Martinez, the rent can't find. He said, how much we need. And we would tell him and he would take care of it. And, you know, I can never forget him. That's why the other day when he come and said, man, I saw you preaching. You were the one that wouldn't want to preach. But that was true because even